It's our tradition to, to kick it off with an alum or a celebrity. These guys are both alum and celebrity to talk to you kids. And I've been doing this how many years now?
45!
45 years. And the success, you can see the results of the success of the program just by the individuals that this draws to do this talk. So, Supreme Court Justice Frank Frante, and one of my first four-year boxers, way back when. I know he looks a lot younger than that, but he boxed for me. He was my first. You and Nick were my first four-year boxers. Now he's a prominent attorney. So see the success you could make it. They went through this program. Okay, you guys.
Well, thank you. It's so reminiscent. It's so great to be here. We really appreciate the opportunity. And Dominic, I thank you as well. Probably the best coach in the country. I want to say that. We know firsthand because we've been involved, even though I didn't find it. I'll give you a reason momentarily. We've been involved since pretty much our son Chris, in the early 80s, started to fight, that his brothers did. And it's been just an opportunity for all of us to stay involved. And we have been very active in the school, the activities and so forth, since I graduated. Now, don't get too concerned, but I graduated in '59 when none of you were born, and also probably none of your parents were born, and possibly maybe a few of the grandparents as well. But at this time, I know you're probably somewhat, not jumpy, but a little bit nervous getting back into that ring. But as far as I'm concerned, you are all right now, and you will be forever. You're champions. And the reason you're here right now is because you made it through a tough 3 months. You made it through blood, hopefully not too much, lots of sweat, and I would like to think also not many tears, if at all. So you all deserve to be champs right now, and currently you are. One thing I'd like to mention is that I mentioned my son. He and his two brothers did fight here in the Mission Bouts. We lived right around the corner. We weren't that very far. And Dominic said that Chris, we didn't know this, that he was the first of 4 years of fighting. And him, my second son, and my third son are about 3 years apart total, 4 years apart maybe. And all three have received, or did receive, not that they were looking for awards, and none of us look for awards. All we can do is do the best you can, do what you think is the impossible. And he and his brother were most improved, brothers, I should say, 3 consecutive years. So on the plaque out there, it shows Chris first, it shows Dan second, and it shows Andrew third. I mentioned that only because it wasn't the best first year for all of them, for all 3. But they came back like tigers, like the eye of the tiger, as far as if you want to talk about Stallone. About the eye of the tiger, they came back bigger, better, and stronger because of one thing: determination, commitment, dedication. And that's brought to you by not only your parents, but by the people here at Aquinas. Every teacher, every educator is supporting you with that commitment to do the best you can in life. Whatever you want, you're going to achieve it because of them, parents beginning, and then your surrounding environment here at Aquinas. Those are the best years of my life, and I still carry with me everything that I was taught here. Those values, those ideals, those desires to be the best you can. You don't have to win. You don't have to be a winner in everything, but you have to become a winner by doing what you believe is the absolute ultimate, the best you can ever do. Now, the greatest individuals that I can, obviously the greatest person, as far as I'm concerned as a fighter, was Ali, and you all know about him, and Dominic certainly was very close to him. We go back to 1994 when he was here. Just an outstanding individual, and I kind of acknowledge him because There's a bunch of quotes that Dominic probably knows as well that he brought with him during his career. And they're so relevant then, and they're more relevant now. And they're very direct and heartwarming as to what is expected of everybody in life, not just all you folks when you're just beginning your life, if I may say that. But he was the one who talked about dedication, commitment, and loyalty, and service to others. Well, one of his comments that I still remember, and I verified that this is accurate, was that when you're entering the ring, remember that your heart is stronger than the skill. Your heart is stronger than the skill. It's what you want to be, it's what you want to accomplish, and you can do that by going out and grabbing whatever you're looking for now and in the future. I think he also made a comment saying something to the effect that might not be accurate. I'm trying to recall this. I believe he did indicate that there's nothing wrong with falling down or going down. What is wrong is not coming back. Now that, again, was the basis for his life, the way that he encountered individuals in the ring and then outside the ring as well, knowing that he was just a perfect humanitarian. I just want to end by indicating what you all know. You know your anthem, you know the school anthem. You're champions now, and if you have the desire and the commitment and the spirit that Aquinas has taught you, you really can grab anything you want. It's out there for the asking. And I tell you, and I know you're going to do it anyway, whether it's in the ring tonight, again, it's not a winner, it's you give your all. Whether you're in the ring tonight or for your entire life, you must be in a position, you must always understand that you can do exactly what you want. And look at some of the lyrics of the anthem, of the school anthem. Be the outstanding. Be the commanding throughout your entire life. Do that because it's going to satisfy you. Never look back. Never take a second look at yourself. Always accept and acknowledge the decisions you made. No regret whatsoever. So I'm going to just leave it with that and tell you that it's now that time to get in that ring. You're all winners. It doesn't matter what the result is. Follow your lead. Follow your heart. Follow your will. So I can say, go get them. You're the best, and I'm sure that you are going to give your best, no question. Again, it's not the winner or the so-called loser. There are no losers as far as the Bouts are concerned. And my position is you're a winner in what you want to do in life, beginning today. So we commend your parents for that as well, and certainly everybody that you've had contact with here at school, your teachers and your educators. Thank you for being here. Knock them out. Aquinas evermore. Remember that, guys and ladies. Don't forget. That's what it's all about. And you want to say anything about your fights?
Well, you said it all. You said everything I was going to say.
Well, we also had...
I didn't even know I was going to say. We were going to do this today. So, look, I'm class of '85. Wasn't the greatest boxer. I really enjoyed it. The best thing about this program, and hopefully you have all seen this, is this guy right here.
No question.
I'm hoping that you saw over the weeks that you've been doing this, some people like me or some alumni coming in, was that or just hopping in. The stuff that I learned in this program, the things that I learned from Coach Dom, again, no lie, no BS. I really apply it today. Think about it. Skills, doing my best, treating other people with respect. Okay? I go to court all the time. I go to court with my friends. I fight with those friends as part of the case to take care of people that I represent. When I'm done, I'm going to go back and I'm going to shake that person's hand. I'm still going to go to lunch with them. I'm still going to talk to them about their kids and their family and things like that. Because these are things that I learned from this school. These are things that I learned how to treat people. That's what you want to do. You'll look back on this, and I know when I was there, you're saying, shut up. What are we talking about? You'll look back on some of these things, I'm going to say, you know, I really learned a lot. This was a phenomenal program. And how they carry through, again, it's just a commitment to everyone that is around this school, and it starts from the beginning. Say that somebody had been here for 45 years. The amount of time that he has spent, okay, doing this on his own, the legacy that he has, and now you guys are all part of it, and ladies. It's a great tradition. It's a great program. Good luck. Have fun. Enjoy it. Relish the opportunity.
Just go do it. Just go do it. Very good.
All right, fight fans, this is what you've been waiting for. This year's 93rd edition of the Aquinas Mission Bouts. I'd like to welcome Glenn Johnson, who's going to lead our boxing team out for the opening ceremony.
Hello, everyone. This is the 93rd Mission Bouts at Aquinas Stadium, and I'm here with my colleagues tonight, Joe Pantaleo and Leo Roth, and we're very excited about tonight. This is video is being presented by Dynamic Reel, and as you can see, the fighters for tonight's show are being let out by the bagpipes, and we'll be getting underway very, very shortly. Have a great evening, everyone. Every year, it's so good to see this traditional marching of the fighters out here with the bagpipes. Big fan favorite too.
No better way to start tonight. Glenn Johnson, class of 73. Thanks, Glenn, for always being here. Lead us out. Give it out, man. Now, if I can welcome Amanda Barone to the ring to sing the national anthem.
They appear to see he's gone now.
And folks, this is another treat. We're very pleased to have the honorable individual with us to sing the national anthem. Amanda is actually Coach Tom's niece, and she is also a soprano with the Opera Guild of Rochester.
Stripes and the bright stars rule the perilous fight. On the ramparts we watched were so valiantly streaming, and the rockets reached there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. O'er St. Lawrence that Star Spangled Banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the
If I could welcome our senior boxing representative, Victoria, up here to give Fox's prayer. And folks, if that wasn't the first knockout of the night, I don't know what was. How about another round of applause for Amanda?
That was a great national anthem.
Thank you. If we could have silence here for our conscious prayer to get through the night safely.
The Father and the Holy Spirit. I ask you not for victory, for somehow that seems wrong, but only for protection and the courage to be strong. Strength not to conquer, with just that I would love, and prove myself a sportsman at the final bell. I ask you, Christ, of suffering, that I should suffer in pain. I'll offer it for all my sins, so that it won't be in vain. And if perhaps he cuts me, and the bright red blood I see, I ask that I'll remember the blood shed for me. I need you in my corner, but likewise in the arbiter, so that I'll remember my opponent is my brother. And I'll pray that you'll protect us from injury severe, that will give them the answer value in every cause to cheer, and make every single act of either one be fair, so that no matter who the victor, and the glory both can share. And if by chance he floors me, the canvas I should weep, like Simon of Cyrene, please help me to my feet. Then surely little glory will somehow fall on me. Please help me remember that I owe it all to thee. Please help me to go the distance through the rounds with danger ray, not only in the boxing ring, but in the larger ring of light. So I ask not for victory, for somehow that seems wrong, but only for protection and courage to be strong. Strength of mind and body, so I'll fight well, and the referee will raise my hand at the judgment's final bell. In the name of God, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen.
That was the fighter's prayer. It is always a big tribute here at the Mission Bouts.
We can't start an event like this without the alma mater. And I truly hope that you all join in for the sickness as you know it so well.
The alma mater, Aquinas alma mater by the boxing team and coaches.
Now I know what you've been waiting for. This is when we're going to get into the
Always impressed at Aquinas. That's the only. That's something you would see at a college, not a
Is that
high
right?
school. So it's very tells
Yeah.
you the tradition that's here.
Oh, nice.
Always an inspiring sense of family here at Aquinas.
We're getting ready for our first bout of the evening. It's going to be between Dominic
Marcello.
Giarpino and Dominic Marcello.
Doms, Battle of the Doms. Okay.
And as I said before, our
And Dom
we're
Ariola.
bronze- yeah, we got Dominic Ariola also. So a lot of got a good Dominics here. Dominic Giarpino, he's in the red corner.
Dominic Giarpino was a freshman, and Dominic Marcello was in the eighth grade.
Dominic Marcello is in the blue corner.
And they both cite Mike Tyson as their favorite fighter.
Mike Tyson, Iron Mike.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess he didn't lose any fans after his recent comeback. Both boys using their jab on one another.
Yeah, good use of the left hand.
Yeah,
by both
good left
fighters.
hooks there by Arpino. These two guys have been working out for the past 8 weeks or so at the Rock Boxing Gym and here at Aquinas also.
A lot of good straight punches, which you don't always see in amateur boxing.
Arpino's a year older, so that's looks like he's been in the ring before in the red.
Oh yeah, he looks like it.
But the 8th grader doing okay. A little
Yeah.
bigger.
Good spirited first
Good
round.
hand.
Good spirited first round by Dominic Arpino and also Dominic Marcello. Well, Leo, thanks for joining us this year and stuff. We've had some great help over the years. Joe Pantaleo and myself been working this for several years, and we've had some great names sitting with us, like Larry Allen and Baby Joe Macy, and we had Larry Allen and stuff, and all people that have contributed so much, and we're so happy to have the great Leo Roth, retired sports writer and boxing writer with the Rochester Democrat Chronicle and the Times Union newspapers. And if there's anybody that has covered the best of Rochester boxing, it's Leo Roth. So it's our honor to have you sitting with us, Leo.
Well, Jim and Joe was fortunate to bump into you guys this week at under sad circumstances, but at Tony Liccione's wake. But thanks for inviting me tonight.
Oh, well,
Ready for round
you're more
two.
than welcome, and we're the fortunate ones. Both guys exchanging good punches on the inside.
Boy, they've stayed right in the middle of the ring, haven't they?
Right in the middle of the ring, wherever they should be.
Dominic D'Arpino has a nice straight right that he slips in there every so often.
He's a good little, slick little boxer. Oh, a couple nice jabs there by Marcelo. Nice jab by Arpino too. Wow,
You know, there's
Yeah,
that was a good round.
that was
these fighters have learned that the
Yeah.
jab is their bread and butter punch.
That's right. They're well trained, you know. This is Coach Dominic Arioli's 45th year with the admission bouts here at Aquinas as a boxer and as a coach. And I'll tell you, every kid that goes in there is fit, and every kid that goes in there performs outstanding and stuff. He's a tremendous coach, Dominic.
you can tell right off the bat, you know, that they've had good coaching, you know, and it's
Yeah,
you know I'm always whether it was professionals or amateurs, Jim and Joe, I was always just so impressed and respected fighters because I know there's a fear level. How many of us could actually get in the ring? And I think, you know, here with when they put that, you know, having the headgear on and good coaching and the bigger glove. I mean, safety is number one here. You can tell that they really are all about that. And I think once they get over those fears, they can really go in and show what boxing's about.
you're right. You're absolutely right. And safety is their number one factor with this whole program. Both guys really mixing it up good in the center here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this fight. They show great seasoning.
I like the
for,
fight too. Yeah, it's a
You know,
real good
eighth
fight.
graders, eighth grader and a ninth grader.
Yeah, these are the young ones. So just think
Two
about
well-matched
as the night
guys.
goes on.
Bit of a tough fight to score.
This is a hard fight to
This
score.
would be. I guess I'd give it to our Arpino a little bit at this point, but
The
the eighth graders really
I like
showing themselves.
Marcelo's right jab at times too. He throws that right hand lead.
We've got some uppercuts.
And they go at it on the inside too.
Yeah,
when
very good.
necessary.
Good fight. Good match fight.
Great
I don't
start
like
to
that.
the evening.
Outstanding fight. Got a nice warm round of applause here from the audience.
You know, that right there, they could walk away. Whatever these kids do from here on, they could say that they boxed in high
That's
school.
right. That's right.
And what a great sense of pride. I wouldn't want to have to score that.
A nice example.
Both
of
boys are
Aquinas
getting
boxing.
medals tonight. That's how even that fight was. They both deserve
They raised
have their hands raised.
They wrote, you know, how many fights have we seen, you know, at the pro level, right? And we've always,
Oh, I know.
and you always felt bad for that guy that lost that
But
split decision
yep,
or
a
whatever,
little
and then
bit.
you'd always go, oh man, you know, and because what a war, especially if it was like an 8 to 10 rounder. And
Yeah. Happens all the time, but
I have no
That's-
problem with ties in sports.
well, except in all-star baseball.
Count remembrance. The 10 count remembrance this year is dedicated to a very special individual who has been an amazing force in the boxing community. And let me tell you, not just here in this gym, but throughout New York State and throughout the United States of the boxing community.
Yes, it is.
Let us remember Mr. Tony Lucione Sr., class of 1967, who passed away February 23rd. Tony was the former president of the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame and was absolutely instrumental in getting the Hickok Felt Award restructured by hosting a comeback dinner in Rochester, New York, only something that Tony could pull together. It was 2011, and the guests for this dinner included Carmen Basilio, George Gabula, Football Hall of Famer Jim Brown, baseball greats Johnny Antonelli, Bob Turley, and of course Harlem Globetrotter star Meadowlark Leonard. We want to thank Tony and his family who's here today in honoring him of his 10 count remembrance, and we also want to remember Mr. Larry Allen, 47, Joe Cornerola, 73, Dave Colasarano, 73, Frank Guelli, 52, Andrew Laughlin, 03, Corey Schmidt, 99, Jamie Forbes, 88, and AJ Spear, 91, all part of the boxing family and alum who have passed on. They were tremendous supporters of this sport and this tradition, and just great human beings. And that love for the sport lives through their families, and as you can see, it keeps this boxing program going. And thanks again, if we can get a 10 count on the bell, in the remembrance of them this time.
It was sure heartbreak to all three of us about Tony Lucione passing away.
I've heard of it. I did. I got the rich and probably get it. Yeah, I'm kind of. I took her as soon as he like that. Yeah, what totally see how much like. Took a chop off. Thank you, right? Teacher, I'm going to assess this. Couldn't you start from my like 5 to 10 off things? Look it out, Sam. Just look it out. Easy fits.
God bless you, Tony.
Tony was Mr. Boxing, that's for sure.
Tony worked the 2012 and 2013 mission belts with me, and tremendous. It was always great having Tony by my side. And the three of us were his friends for over 30 years, so
along with you, Jim, I couldn't have done the work I did for the newspaper without Tony Liccione's help, because he had tremendous knowledge of the sport. And so it was like you, I could go right there and boom, you had all this institutional knowledge of the air, not just the boxing scene in the globally, but everything that happened in Rochester here over the years. And Tony especially had a deep regard for the history of Rochester boxing, and could spit out names. So it was sad to see him go, and as he would say, keep punching.
Keep punching, Tony.
Yeah, Dom's fighters are definitely taught to be busy. There are no feel 'em out rounds. Steve,
This is
Great
Marlon
point, Joe.
Rivas in red against Steve Wardwell in blue.
Steve Wardwell is a 2012 graduate of Aquinas.
Both these guys are a little stronger here, a little heavier weight.
Definitely,
Both in good shape.
definitely up a size, couple divisions here from the first fight.
There's so many graduates that keep giving back to this program. I admire loyalty.
Marvin Rivas just landed a shot on Wardwell at the bell, so it isn't all loyalty, Joe.
Got to give him a show.
That's right. That was an Angel Manfredi move, I think, you know? That was
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
yeah. Yeah.
Steve Wardwell standing in his corner. It's sometimes kind of a psych move.
Yeah.
So Wardell was the most improved here in 2012, according to his bio, and he's in great shape.
Here's the bell for round two.
Marlon Rivas is trying to decide between college or a pro boxing career.
Huh. Yes.
Some good feints here by Rivas. Good ducking, staying out of range.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
she's a great support for this program and for Coach Arioli.
Third and final round underway. Marlon Rivas a little more aggressive in this round.
Yeah,
He's really coming at his opponent.
Rivas going upstairs and downstairs.
Yeah. Body and then some good lead hands. Wow.
Both guys mixing up pretty good. Both guys,
Good right hand by Rivas.
yeah, both guys keeping the action in the middle of the ring.
There you go.
Embrace each other. Good fight.
Another good one.
The harder you fight, the tighter the embrace.
That's right.
That's the irony of boxing.
So good to see Don Schwab and doing the ring announcing again. Famous Schwab family, and of course led by their father,
Yeah.
Bob Schwab. I understand they're all watching this streaming taking place in where they are in Florida. Miss you, Bob. Miss you for
You
sure.
can go out in the hallway of the gym here at the Mission Bout display case. Schwab's names are all over that, so
Oh, I tell you.
with the family.
And I understand all the boys are here tonight.
Now, was I reading that right, you guys? That Rivas was a
Yeah, he could have. Yeah, he could have been in the 8th grade fight here. Yeah.
and he fought Wardwell, who was an alum.
Really?
Is that right?
I guess so. They wrote him.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I would. This kid, like you said, Joe, if this kid has goals on being maybe a professional boxer someday, I wouldn't sell this kid short because he's
Yeah.
he put out a nice show and he's a big kid and he's a lot of skill. So great fight by Marlon Rivas Jr.
Well, I hope that there's a local promoter that'll help him out.
You got to come back out of retirement, Jim.
It means so much to have a hometown to cheer behind you.
Laco Leonard in the red corner. And Coach Mike Quinlan in the blue. Mike Quinlan has been coaching
Quinlan.
for 12 years.
Mike Quinlan over here is one of the fine coaches and Aquinas alumni. He was a big he was Aquinas champion for several years here, and he's been coaching ever since he stopped fighting. His son fought recently also in the Mission Bouts. But they're a good fighting family.
That's a 95. That's awesome that they stay involved like this.
Oh yeah.
Shows you the impact just going through these few months, getting ready for the Mission Bouts. What it does to these fighters for a lifetime. Like Dom Arioli always quoted. He always talked about every time I would cover these things. He said that was his famous quote, right? It's not about the destination; it's the journey.
That's right. Dominic is a great coach and philosopher.
You're right.
Yep, real good man. Laco Leonard is a freshman.
Yeah, Janine Quinlan, who is Mike Quinlan's wife, she's one of our people who put all this information together for us for the show. She's one of the Mission Bout moms, and we'd be nowhere without her and Sarah Embert, who was those two ladies and stuff have helped us out for a couple of years. They just do a fantastic job. Thank you to both of you Mission Belt moms.
Yeah, there's a lot of info here. This is wonderful. The fans, I can see how the fans could appreciate this every year. Of course, remember that year that Ali showed up?
Yeah, that
Pretty
was,
hard to top that. You couldn't get in this place.
That was quite a year. And that's been the biggest highlight, I think, of the Mission Bouts, to have the great Ali come here and spend a whole day with the kids at Aquinas. And
They have the ambassador
then to
of
be
the sport
involved
here.
with the Mission Bouts also.
This Muhammad Ali was the most famous, and he was also the most accessible. There's another irony.
Yeah, something you don't see in sports a lot these
We've had
days.
some interesting people here over the years, including Sonny Liston, who was here one year and refereed one of the fights. We've had Boom Boom Mancini was here
Right.
like 3 years ago.
I was going to mention that you sent me that video from the 90th year.
Yeah,
It was a good YouTube video you could look up, and Boom Boom gives quite the locker room talk to all the fighters pre-fight. So it was
a
nice to
pleasure
listen to. You want to?
Yeah, it was a pleasure having him here to speak with the kids.
Yeah, he had good messaging about the whole thing. I listened to it, and again, and he's it's not about it's not about the winning and the losing. Of course, you want to win, but it's that whole process of. He talked about the courage it took to get into the ring, and remember him as a fighter and the great run that he had and brought a lot to the sport. And he was all courage. That guy, he was something.
He was all courage, and he was loved by all the people in boxing, the promoters and everything. I was in New York one time, and I was in the Top Rank offices, and I was with Irving Rudd, the great publicist for Top Rank, and Mancini had just knocked out Orlando Romero, defending his title, and he was on the phone with Irving Rudd. And Irving put his hand over the thing, and he goes, "I love this kid." You know?
Yeah, that kind of charisma too. He was.
And Lako Leonard has been really putting on a brave and busy exhibition here with Coach Quinlan.
Third and final round. And Coach Quinlan isn't really playing patty cake.
No, he's not.
I'm just amazed how they really match these up real well.
They do.
They're size-wise, these guys are even. And
Coach Quinlan just landed a hard right to
and he
Leonard's head.
Lako Leonard
Lico's got him in the corner.
hanging in there.
Came out of it.
I think it was a payback punch. Lako's going to get an 8 count. The coach,
Yeah, it was a
coach
pretty
gave him a
good,
payback shot.
pretty good left hook there. By,
Yeah.
Quinlan.
He's good. Got to be hard for the coach, the more experienced guy, to come in and put on a real good fight, but yet also hold back a little bit.
Yeah.
And they did a great job, put a good show. That's
Good fight
don't know
for
if people-
Lako Leonard and Coach Quinlan.
I can really appreciate how hard that must be for Coach Quinlan to put on. Make it a really
Yeah.
that was a really good competitive, but yet you're still trying to be a teacher, right?
And it's been a few years since Coach Quinlan really was in the ring with some competition.
Well, congratulations to him. Not a lot of guys out of school for since '95. What, he got 20 years?
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of guys in his class that could
That's for sure.
go a 3-minute
That's
fight.
for sure. So thank you, Coach Quinlan, and nice job with Lako Leonard. We appreciate your efforts.
We got some young, we've seen the young Aquinas boxers, 8th and 9th graders. So they got this program will last. It's not going anywhere. They got people that still support it and fighters that still come out.
Let's give these two guys another round of applause here. In the second half of the Bouts, we have one more treat for you before we get to our intermission. And this is part number 4. These two young amateur fighters have been training together at kickboxing with Coach Henry from the beginner class to the amateur. And they're two very young up-and-coming fighters that will make their amateur debut coming up soon. And of course, there's ties to Aquinas. In the red corner, we have an esteemed alumni member of the family, Jerry Ray's grandson, Tim McGuire. And the blue corner, we have another champion, hard-working boxing around, making his first appearance at Lakeview, Malcolm Shore.
We got Malcolm Short in the blue corner, and we got Tim McGuire in the red corner. Malcolm,
A couple of tall, lean fighters here.
yeah, these are some
Good reach
tall
on
boys.
both of these guys.
Yeah.
Here it is.
I don't think we have a sheet on these guys, do we?
He did.
No,
There
that's
was
okay.
only one sheet.
That's fine.
Okay, he didn't throw it out. Whoa, these are tall guys with long jabs.
Yeah, I got some good reach here.
Malcolm Short in blue, Tim McGuire in red. Both guys pumping out a long jab. They got long reaches and good height to them. Right hand there by McGuire, by Short. Oh, there's a good left hook by McGuire. Right hand by McGuire.
Yeah, I look at the way McGuire looks. He really sets his punches up.
Both guys keeping the action close to the center of the ring as possible. Just like playing tennis or something, you gotta control the center of the court. Boxing, you control the center of the ring. That was a hard right hand thrown by McGuire that landed. Malcolm Short took it good though. He took it well.
He countered well.
Short landed his own right hands. It's the end of the first round between Tim McGuire in red and Malcolm Short in blue. That was a pretty even round.
That was. There are two even fighters.
I like those.
I like McGuire right now, but
yeah,
it's
both guys trying to dictate that left jab.
well, this is quite the thrill, guys, being here at ringside with the heads. I feel like Jim Lampley,
I know.
Howard Cosell.
I feel like Larry Merchant, 95. No.
Gil Clancy was an amazing
Oh yeah.
commentator.
I
His
had the
insights were
privilege of meeting Gil
tremendous.
Clancy at Madison Square Garden with one time. Ron Katz, the matchmaker,
Right.
brought me up to him and introduced me. He was so kind, Joe Clancy.
I think we're starting to mix it up a bit more. With
Yeah,
a little,
these
little
boys
more,
wanna, these guys want to be assertive now, don't they?
seeing a little more power now
Yeah.
from both sides.
Ooh,
Yeah,
good
it's,
stiff jabs.
Solid
Good
punches.
shot to the body too by McGuire. Turned into a pretty good scrap here.
Short's doing well. He's keeping his. I mean, he's defensively. He's keeping his protecting himself, but
Yeah, McGuire's
Good short hook by McGuire.
yeah, he's
coming on strong. McGuire's coming on strong, but Short is
Good overhand right by Short.
he's getting his counters in too.
Yeah.
Oh, strong right.
Oh, good exchange.
nice combination.
Whoa, we're getting serious,
Walked
boys.
into a left.
All right.
Wow.
Good second round.
Great round.
Tim McGuire in red and Malcolm Short in blue, and they exchanged some good shots. Made it a pretty good fight here.
Yeah, Tim McGuire kind of left himself dangerously wide open there for a moment, and
Yeah.
Malcolm Short took advantage of it.
Well, they're both looking to show what they can do. What I like is these guys are so well trained, you know.
Yeah,
These guys
Yeah.
are so well trained and always in great condition.
I've attended many an Aquinas boxing team workout, and there are no slackers.
No, they don't allow slacking.
so Malcolm Short's a junior. Do we know what grade McGuire's in? But they're I've liked how they've evenly matched everybody. They just every fight so far. Even when you match it against an alum, they're really they've done a good job of that.
I don't think we've ever seen a mismatch here.
This will be a fun 1 minute.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
Oh, yeah, Martin Short is
Short getting serious and
starting to throw some hooks.
McGuire getting mean and Short getting serious.
Not short on excitement.
And you know what? Monday, these two guys are going to meet in the hall and they're going to be good friends. They gave and they
Boy.
took against each other, you know? They'll always remember this. Oh, it's just a stronger round by Short.
Yeah, Malcolm Short having a strong
Yeah.
final
Yeah.
round here.
McGuire's a little bit tired arm weary, I think. Boy, this would be a tough fight to score. Here comes McGuire fighting back. Whoa, good hands, good shot at the bell. Good,
Yeah, very
good
good.
entertaining fight between Tim McGuire and Malcolm Short.
I give Short a lot of credit. He was outgunned in that first round, and then he really figured things out.
Yep.
And then he won that round, and that would be
Yeah, he did
it's very good learning. You learn,
that was a
and you gotta
fun fight to watch.
and in boxing you got to learn fast, or it's over.
That's right.
if this were a real bout, it would be very interesting to hear the decision. Leo, don't these fights make you wish you were covering the boxing scene again?
Well, Joe, this brings, I'm just thinking like in this, there was a time, when you, Jim, Tony, and Steve Nelson, and all those fights during that second era with Tony Luciano, I call it the second golden era, and through the 90s and 2000s there, just a tremendous amount of fights you guys brought to town here, and I do. I'm just thinking like this is the only fight in town, and and I don't know if maybe we'll see a little bit of a comeback. I know MMA has gotten so big and cage fighting, and it's just morphed a little differently. But I think there's still a place for traditional boxing to come back. And certainly locally, I think. Well, you just judge by what I see here tonight. A full gym, and people appreciate this. But I do, yeah. But thanks for the question. I do miss it. It's good to be around it again. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Well, it's part of the fun was always having you there to tell the Rochester community what was going to happen and what did happen. And you're a great writer, and we greatly appreciated everything that you always did for us. We miss you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate too all the editors I had that gave me free reign. They, put it this way: nobody else at the paper wanted to cover boxing, but I did. I got a taste when I worked in Cleveland for many years, and I got a good taste of it down there. And the first fight I ever covered was a Roberto Duran down in Cleveland, and it was.
You fought Nino Valdez there, I recall.
Yeah, so I remember one of the fights there. They were experimenting with
And our special guest referee to head towards the ring. In the meantime, I also want to recognize and say thanks to two very special guests who are honorees of the mission bouts, Judge Aquinas and Mr. Christopani, who are here to go today as spectators for more legacy and ties to the program. And I also want to give a really big shout out and congratulations to the Aquinas family who just notified that they'll be inducted into the Aquinas Hall of Fame in the family category this year. Whoa. Okay, we got a team here. Let's step down. I think the last time we got the ring, it was in the Dungeons of Being about 94. Who knows? I guess that brings me to it. I'm going to need some help here. I'm going to do something that I wasn't planning on. I'd like to invite the other fighting Scott brothers to join me in the ring, please. We got a special announcement to make. I need all the Scott brothers up here. Past boxers. These four guys, five guys here, they're the ones that picked me up since I was growing up and showed me the ropes. And we got something we want to do special here that I think a lot of people will really appreciate. You may not know this, but this year marks Coach Tom Mariano's
45.
Yeah.
45 balloons.
45 years for Coach Dom with the Aquinas Mission Bouts as a boxer and coach. What an amazing man.
So Dom was over at. I did a lot of stories on Dom. It wasn't just boxing. When he started Rock Boxing, the fitness club, and he was one of the first to have kettlebells, which are real big now everywhere. But way back when, he was like, I went in there and go, what are these things? And
yeah,
he was before anybody in this area for sure.
And he became a certified kettlebell coach.
Yeah. It's all competitions and that was a great facility, and he's still going. I think he left Kodak, right, Jim? And he left Kodak and
he retired from Kodak.
Followed another dream he had, and and he's proof if you have that passion in something, you'll be successful at it. And this stuff at Aquinas, this is just all him, given his time.
It is. He's the lifeblood of and the lifeline of Aquinas mission bouts.
No, there's no question. What a legacy.
It's nice to see everybody embracing him up in the ring there. And he looks like he did 40 years ago.
Well, those kettlebells.
He's always in shape and hasn't aged.
He really does look the same. I haven't seen him in
Yeah.
probably 6 years. And he looks the same.
I worked with a man years ago that went to Aquinas. He said he boxed in the mission box. I said, "Oh, do you know Dom Arioli?" He goes, "Yeah, he knocked me out."
Really? He knocked me out. I used to go over to Dominic's house and he wouldn't be in the house. He'd be out in a little gym that he had made outside the house. He'd be out there working out by himself, you know?
He loved it.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Absolutely loved it, yeah.
Oh, look at this. He's the soul in red.
And I like Soul. You see Sowell's bio there. It's pronounced as in the Bible, not the Hispanic version.
No, so it's Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus so well. So when I get mad at my grandson, I will say Jesus so well. Nick Smith, he's in blue. Jesus so well, he's in red. Oh, these guys look like they're pretty serious.
These guys know how to go in.
Yeah.
Remember, Nick put on a good fight here last year.
Yeah, Leo was asking about Nick, and I remember he's got a lot of spring in his legs. Got two southpaws fighting each other here.
Well, Nick Smith.
It's a bit of a switch hitter.
He's a little haggler. Got some haggler in him.
Nick Smith in blue. He's a 2024 Golden Glove champ.
Nice.
And a 43 record as an amateur. So this is a kid that has put it all, put the time in. There's no question.
Yeah, for sure.
And trains at Cassell's Boxing Gym in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
While he's at college.
At Cassell's, huh? Oh, I know Cassell's.
An aspiring police officer after graduation. Well, we can certainly use him on the force. He looks good.
Yeah. He looks good. He's in shape. Both in shape. They both look good.
Yeah.
Solwell in red and Smithens in blue.
Back in the day, I think pretty much the whole Rochester police force were required to go through assessments.
Yeah.
I think I've heard all those stories. You're right, Joe. That was quite an era. And Sowell's also an accomplished amateur. Trains with Dominic Arioli at Rock Boxing, so he's
good.
Yeah, two good
So
players. This is the kind of. Now, am I wrong to say here, Jim? No, this is the kind of fight you'd put on an undercard at one of your shows. This is a good fight.
This is a good fight. This would be a good fight.
How would you, when you're putting a card together, what would you look for on the undercard?
Well, I'd look first. I always wanted a competitive match. Every fight wanted to be a competitive match. We wanted no one-sided fights, you know. And and Rocky really knew the fighters well, you know, and stuff.
Yeah, Rocky Frado.
He was a excellent matchmaker and stuff. And I worked a lot on the main events. Rocky was so good at filling in the skills and the personalities of the undercard fighters.
Right.
And
Everybody's ready to go at each other.
But it was always on making sure there was a good competitive fight, that these guys were in shape, and that every guy that we put on came to win.
Right.
Nobody came in as a loser. Everybody came in to win.
Not to collect a check. And,
Yeah.
Because a great undercard will save a bad main event.
Terrific. Yeah,
And,
that's right. That's right.
Many a card that I was at, the crowd. You got to give the crowd that undercard.
That's
because
right.
That really leaves them feeling good
Hmm.
that they got their money's worth. So you guys you guys always did that.
Those were quality shows. That's why you had the fans.
Well, the fans were always enthusiastic. They let you know if they don't like something.
Yeah. And if you did get a fighter out of here again, like a Charles Murray and a push-up Frazier, some really legitimate guys that could, nothing like selling a hometown kid.
Well, we'd love to see somebody emerge like that again, but then again, it's got to be a connection that they're not being thrown to another part of the country as an opponent. You know, you got to build them as your hometown guy, and you got to give them that hometown crowd. It's like the Buffalo Bills. You know,
Right.
They can go 8-0 and stuff at the stadium in Buffalo, and then they're maybe 4-4 on the road. You know. And they got a great record, 12-4, you know. But it's the same thing with boxing, because if you lose one boxing match, you're not looked as seriously, and you drop right out of the big money and stuff like that, you know. So,
Right.
so it's very important that you have a town like Rocky had with Rochester, like Charles Murray had with Rochester, Push-Up had with Rochester, you know.
It was unfortunate with Push-Up Frazier where he did have to go. He did go with his management team, and they did go on the road, and he fought some really tough guys in tough places.
We did,
and
yeah.
he got his record dinged up, and it was a struggle for him after. But he was a great person, colorful.
I loved
kid,
him, yeah.
and he had a whole different path than Charles Murray had.
He did.
But again, that's the game, right? The game is the game can spit you out.
Yeah, that's the game, and unfortunately, Push-Up was just stepping up when I was stepping down, you know.
Yeah,
and I
you gotta
wasn't there to support him the way that I
right.
was able to do with Charles and some of the others. But
These guys were really going at it at the end of the second round. I anticipate a pretty spirited third round.
oh yeah, this is a good fight.
So they got energy. This is going to be good.
This is what the Mission Bouts are all about, fans. Good exchanges there.
Good.
Good combination put together by Sowell. No, by Smith.
By Smith,
Yeah.
really good. Blue.
Smith looks strong too. He's got them wide shoulders, and
Sowell likes to get inside.
he's got good legs. I like his spring. Look at him digging underneath in those ribs.
That's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat Nick Smith in a jabbing match.
You're having fun though. Smith is smiling.
Yeah.
Here we go. Open up
here we
the
go.
combination.
Combination.
And the coach is right there taking a look.
And they're not.
They're going there.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. Good fight.
Good show.
Good fight and a good referee.
And Dom got to ref that one. He's happy.
Yep, he got the referee a good fight. Good to see Dom in the ring. 45 years with the program.
I mean, like everybody here, that those are two of his boys. And,
Yeah, he's always solid, except for the gray hair. He hasn't changed a bit.
Yeah. It's nice to see these guys have fun.
Yeah, like you were saying before, sometimes there's a fine line between an exhibition or a good exhibition and a real fight.
Yeah.
yeah, and I like that. Yeah, I mean, you hear sometimes when you hear exhibition, right? You're like going, "Wow,
Yeah.
how much they put into it," right? Well, I think when you get in that ring, you kind of forget, like,
Yep. There's always a.
it's really kind of survival, right? Is it an exhibition or not? It is about survival.
It's always there's always bragging rights afterwards too. So these guys want to look their best. Somewhere along the line, they want to let loose a little bit.
That was definitely a fight of the night candidate, right?
That was. That sure was. Here's the coach.
Logan Hondorf this is his third appearance in the Mission Bouts. And he's in ninth grade. Pedro Duardo in red.
Pedro Duardo in red, huh?
That's not Pedro Duardo. I think that was a change. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it says, yeah, that was a change, right?
Yeah, there's a change. Logan Hondorf looking pretty good against the coach. Josh Leonardo? Yeah, you're right. That's what I thought it was.
Did we figure
too.
the coach? I think it's
Josh Leonardo, I think.
class of 2010. So
Josh Leonardo over here in red. He's Coach Josh Leonardo. He's competing tonight in this exhibition against Logan Hondorf. I remember Josh Leonardo fighting years ago. He's a pretty good fighter.
Another example of a coach
And he's right here helping out with the young guys, you know.
giving this other young man experience.
Give these the so-called old timers a lot of credit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just thinking today with the butterflies that you have all day long.
Oh, I know.
How do you? And then I feel like going, oh man, tonight I got to put a show on, right? I got to put a show on,
Yep.
and not
Now look.
not get hurt, not get humiliated.
Yep.
So many things go through your that they were probably dealing with.
When you're waiting in the dressing room, you just kind of can't wait to just get out there.
Oh, this
Get
has
it
to be
out.
the worst, isn't it? Just
Logan Hondorf likes hunting.
Oh, I like the way that the coach, Leonardo, slipped that punch. Step back. Whoa.
oh,
That was a good second round. Two good spirited rounds.
I kind of like that. They were both ready to let go of
Yeah.
punch, and they heard the knock.
Yep. They heard the knock. Coach Leonardo comes out of retirement to take on young Logan Hondorf.
Well, I'm liking Logan too. He likes to hunt and fish, so that's
Oh, he does? That's your thing.
it's always good in my book too.
That's for sure. So, were you out on your boat today? I said,
No.
said the message came from your your craft.
That's all. That's on all. That's the bottom. That's on all my emails.
Oh, is it? Okay. I thought Lake Erie was still frozen.
I should
you know?
take that off for the winter time.
Yeah.
It says sent from my pontoon boat. Yeah, not
Oh, your pontoon boat.
another
right.
2 months.
So both men touch gloves here and dance around. They're ready to get it going.
Logan Hondorf cites Mike Tyson as his favorite
Whoa,
fighter.
Logan.
He tries to fight like him.
Speaking here, Logan's really showing himself well.
Yeah, we're getting serious. I like the way
He's got
Leonardo blocked that right hand came at him.
he's got
Stuck his glove up there just like he was supposed to.
jab, jab, right. Jab, jab, right.
Logan trying to draw the coach into the corner, and he says, stay out here in the middle.
Coach won't give ground.
No, he won't give ground, and Logan's staying busy on him.
You're not moving the coach out of there.
Yay, all right, good
Good job,
fight.
guys.
That was a good fight. So again, you can see these fights on Dynamic Reel. We're so happy to be part of Dynamic Reel again this year. Dynamic Reel Video. And we want to give a shout out again to our team mothers who have helped us so much as they do every year, and that's Sarah Embert and Janine Quinlan. We couldn't handle it here without them two giving us so much support. They're a boxing family, that's for sure. Janine's husband Mike was in a fight a little while ago, and now he's standing here in the corner coaching, kneeling in the corner.
So, did we hear how many kids came out this year? Did you know?
I haven't heard.
sure the number fluctuates, but I got a feeling if just 2 kids came out, they would keep this going.
Well, a few years ago when we had the pandemic,
Oh, right.
we had the school wasn't allowing anybody because of the pandemic, but yet we were able to pull in all alumni flights. And
Right, there
that
you
kept
go.
it going, so we didn't break that.
Didn't break the streak. Well, that's
Didn't break the
fantastic.
streak. Yep. And tonight we're a little short-handed for whatever reason, but we've got these great coaches and stuff that have come in here to fill in and put on exhibitions. And this is 93 wonderful years and stuff of Aquinas boxing. Liliana Curtis against Victoria Dinocia. I think. Joe knows his names better than me.
I believe that's correct. And I think we've seen these young ladies here in the past, in the mission bouts.
Yeah, looks like two seniors, Joe. Looks like 2 seniors.
Yeah, it's like Liliana participated in 2022, 23, and 24.
And I like to see that both of them said the same thing as what has the mission bouts meant to them, and both of them echoed that it became a second family to both of them, and it taught both of them perseverance. So kind of the core of this whole thing. They summed it up in their little bios that they left for everybody. So it's
He's certainly busy, and he also serves as ringside physician for the New York State Athletic Commission. That's Dr. Sports Medicine Fellow, Dr. Ali Rapsky, who is also here tonight.
Getting the ring instructions.
Thank you to the New York State Athletic Commission doctors who are over here and taking care to make sure everybody's safe. Don Schwab was just introducing and talking about.
It's good to have them. I understand that some of the Syracuse amateur cards, it's
Yeah.
hard to get doctors.
Yeah.
Artie was just telling me about that.
And Coach Cat is here to referee this match.
This year's senior boxer and team captain, and I tried to get a name on the last one, and that's Victoria Dinocia.
Victoria Dinocia, she's in the blue corner, and Liliana Curtis, she's in the red. And this could be the best fight of the night.
Again, a lot of straight punches, nothing
Yeah.
wild, that's commendable.
And I think all fighters, if you learn to punch straight, you got to punch straight. And try not to open up those the insides of your wrists.
That's right, You got it. You know, over the years, there's been such an improvement with the girls, as you could see. Liliana Curtis just landed a couple head jarring shots on Victoria.
Lillian's throwing a lot of punches.
Yeah.
Not all landed, but she was very active in the red.
Very active.
Did you get some? I recall some female fights on your cards.
Not ours. No.
Did you have any? No.
No. But Mercedes.
Okay. Yes.
Vasquez. She had some females on her shows.
Yeah, she did a great job with some cards. I think maybe Steve Nelson may have had some. Now, I do remember. Yeah, that whole wave when the women's boxing came to be. That was an interesting time too. But over the years, they've proven their mettle in the Olympic competition and professionally. That could be as big as a draw. What was the first little girl? Was it Christy Martin?
Well, Christy Martin is the one that first caught my fancy
Kinda
with
broke
female
through, right?
boxing. And when we had Charles Murray fighting Tony Lopez for the NABF title here in Rochester, Christy Martin had just fought a few days before on national TV, and she came in as a guest.
So I recall that. Now that's what I'm thinking on when you did have her in.
Second round underway. Got to remember to keep your hands up.
Liliana, the smaller girl, but she's
she's inside and just throwing.
Yeah, she's inside and landing some shots.
I love it.
Landing a lot of shots actually. But Victoria, she's right there punching back to the best of her ability, that's for sure. She's doing an admirable job. Whoa, big rally, big attack going on there by Liliana. And Victoria was backing away trying to avoid some of them shots, but the shorter girl, Liliana, was scored well.
Pretty busy. I was waiting for Victoria to, utilize her height advantage.
Her size. Right? If she stood her ground a little bit and then let Liliana come inside, and I think she could come in with an uppercut or two. And
if she angled herself a little bit better and used the left jab too and stuff, but she's trying to throw combination punches and stuff, and she doesn't hit the right angle to make that work for her.
But someone against you got that smaller fighter that's buzzing around you and coming in at you forget everything. Like, hey, wait a minute, I want to do this, but I can't. She's all over me like a bee.
Yeah.
So that's when you gotta think a little more.
But she's very brave. She's a very brave girl, Victoria Denocia.
Probably the way fighters felt when they fought Henry Armstrong.
Probably. Just the buzzsaw.
Liliana
she landed her own right hand there.
Still aggressive.
Yeah. Oh, another good right hand there by Victoria. Victoria's getting down.
A little bigger, just boom.
Yeah, she's got a good jab. Victoria does.
Liliana taking advantage of her momentum going forward. We're coming up to the last few seconds, and these girls are opening up.
Nope. Thought it was over. There, it's over.
Nice. Good fight, girls.
Very good.
And I'm sure they'll be even better next year when they come back.
No, we have to remember, this isn't as easy as it looks. To don the gloves, get in the ring, and fight someone. How many people can do that?
Right.
Now, when I was a kid, the most I came close to boxing was in gym class. If you got into a fight with somebody, then you had to put on the big powder puffs and you had to go at it with the boxing gloves on.
Well,
that settled everything.
Yeah.
And it didn't take much to just just get punched in the nose a few times,
Yeah.
even with a big glove on.
Yeah.
And yeah, you earn so much respect for what fighters are doing out there.
So my respect for the great Jim Cassidy.
Hey, Chris. Great to see you,
My
Chris.
old baseball coach and one of the best supporters of this program of all time.
Chris, love you, buddy. You're my buddy.
I'm Brendan.
He's right back here.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah. I used to be Chris's baseball coach years ago.
Yeah, very good.
We were undefeated, had a great team, and his grandfather Arnie helped me. He was one of my coaches helping me. I was a manager, and Arnie passed away a few years later, and the trophy that we won, Chris made sure that his grandpa went to heaven with the trophy and
Oh.
stuff. Yeah.
That's nice.
And Chris is the DJ here, you know, and he was a Aquinas champion also.
Well, that was a terrific card.
Well, like all good entertainment events, it leaves you wanting more.
I know it does leave you
So
wanting more.
I'm like
and,
just getting warmed up here, guys, and that
me
was.
too. Yeah.
But that was a really good show, and all of them.
It was a good show. It was always good to see the Don Schwab and all these guys that were coaches over the years that we've seen Joe, and now they're there were fighters there, and now they're still helping out with the program. As you can see, they're bringing in the awards here and stuff. Every year they have these different awards that are given out after the show is over, and
Right.
the Fight of the Night, the Fight of the Night,
Fighter
the
of the
Muhammad
Night.
Ali Boxing Award, and the whole deal. But
That's an impressive trophy.
Well, you clarified earlier, Jim. It's the only remaining high school boxing team in the United States. So
it's the only one. And
quite a thing that's continues to happen here, and it's again thank you guys for inviting me to get reconnected with the Aquinas Mission Bouts, because it's one of the more enjoyable things that I got to be involved with during my sports writing career. So thank you.
well, thank you for accepting me, because I was thinking of you right away and stuff, and then
Wow.
I figured that you'd be a great part of the plan with the program with Joe over here, and Joe and myself.
It was an honor to be at the table with you, Leo.
Well, Joe, and I didn't expect the gift. I want to give a shout out on your book. It's called A Hit, and it's on Amazon.
It's a
Correct?
good book.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's got short stories, collection of short stories and interviews on some great boxing personalities, including Carmen Basilio, who was the great Carmen.
And that's a
that
great
was,
story. I love that
was in
story on
town here.
Carmen.
Yeah, Carmen really opened up, and
Yeah.
Jose Torres really opened up.
Well, that must be that's going to be a great read, and thank you for that. I'm going to go home. Yeah, and Carmen, of course, boy, what a larger than life guy he was.
Carmen was.
And anyone who, as we all were fortunate to know him and run into him, and and that handshake, my hand still hurts.
I think I took more slaps to the face than Sugar Ray Robinson did against Carmen and stuff, but loved him. We all loved Carmen. And he was at all the mission bouts while he was alive.
Oh.
All the mission bout shows.
Yeah.
The very first one I did was in 1990, and it was with Carmen. Carmen was sitting with me here and stuff. And
I cover that a bit in the book, how accessible he was.
yeah,
I mean, usually he had the best, when he was at a banquet, he usually had the strongest resume
yeah,
of all the fighters.
yeah.
But yet he never left until everyone had an autograph.
I know, he was wonderful.
No, it's an amazing, amazing people person. Just
Yeah, we're getting ready for the awards to be given out tonight. And again, I want to congratulate Coach Dominic Arioli on his 45 years here at Aquinas. 45 years as a boxer and a coach.
Yeah, going forward, if anybody sees the show here or you read about the mission bouts or you hear about them, I really encourage you to come out. It's something you won't forget. It's really warm to see. And very unique. And right now, it's when you really when you say something's unique, this is it in the United States. Nothing else is like this is happening.
No, you think back in 1932, that was before Second World War. That was coming out of the First World War, I guess. And Herbert Hoover was the president and had lost the presidency to Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt. So, I mean, that's how far back this goes.
And you talk about that era, Jim, when it began, they held this event at the War Memorial.
They did.
And I think at the arena before the War Memorial, Edgerton Park.
Yeah.
Some of the bigger, so our community sporting arenas, this event was held at the biggest places. Because boxing, of course, was
that was probably the golden era. That was the first golden age, yeah. And you hear so much about those classic fights at Edgerton Park, with Frank Verner Jr. and Larry Allen and all them guys. Not Joe, but
Nello Nuccelli.
Nello Nuccelli, the great fighter. Ozzy
Sussman.
And Jerry Spalma.
And the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame, I mean, like Tony Lucione was president of and continued on. If you're really a boxing historian and you want to learn that, you can go look all these fighters up from the past and some of the records on these guys from that era, the 30s and 40s.
Right.
My Lord, they had 50, 60 amateur fights and 100 fights maybe.
Yeah.
Just and then professionally they would fight. Professionally back in those days they fought all the time.
Yeah.
There was no once a year thing.
Well, Ray Robinson used to fight sometimes a couple times a week. And his last amateur fight, I believe, was at Red Wing Stadium. And I think they packed the place. Joe, is that right?
Ray Robinson
14,000 people, I guess. He was an amateur.
Oh yeah.
Probably around the time.
Well, that's the thing. I think back then. Excuse me, Joe. Yeah, I think back then in Rochester, that was the amateur fights would fill up these big halls around town, and that was the entertainment for in that era, and especially particularly this time of year, and just that had to be something to see.
I know.
And of course, we know amateur boxing, of course, is fantastic at those high levels of amateurs.
It is. Boy. It is. Yeah. It sure is.
Well, the two ladies got the award.
So it's another grand night of boxing here. Pleasure. Another grand night of boxing here at the Aquinas Wegmans Napier Gym.
These young people really gave us a good show.
There's there's a loving crowd right there. Look at all them people all getting together, and they were just swinging it out at each other a little while ago.
Right.
A lot of pride. All huddling around their coach, Coach Dom.
So there's not a lot of people that can say when they ask you what you did in high school, what sports did you play?
I know.
Oh, yeah, well, I did football, baseball,
Mhm.
soccer. Oh, no, I boxed. What?
Yeah,
And then
right.
if you tell that to somebody years from now, they'll go, what? And then you get a chance to tell this story.
Yeah. You can tell that story, and then you can always go back to the video. Okay.
Right.
And but anyhow,
So many of these,
Joe, Leo, I want to thank you guys again for being part of the show tonight. With and I'm sure that it'd be wonderful to get together again with Dynamic Reel and stuff. Hopefully we'll be back next year here. Remember, boxing here at Aquinas, the Mission Bouts is the first Friday of every March. Okay, and we look forward to seeing you again next year. Stay healthy, stay wonderful, and as Tony would say, keep punching.
yep, thanks, Jim. And thanks, Leo.
Thank you, Jim and Joe. I really appreciated you bringing me back to get a little taste of it.